start the here content. Now we can share the meeting. Share this PPT. Okay. Now this PPT is just what we'd like to show here. So these are about the microwave equations that Maxwell's we have equations, and using this Maxwell's equation, we need to see that what are the wave equations in terms of electric field and a magnetic field. So now why we need a wave equation in electric field and magnetic field? Because a wave is propagating through the waveguide. Again, we see that the same wave is propagating in a space. So for a mobile communication, micro signals are used. That is nothing but the same wave. But we need to know about what is the power transmitted for the given wave and all. So for that purpose, we should know that what is the electric field component and what is the magnetic field component. Okay. So for the electric field component, if you say that the wave is propagating, so we need to know about a power. So for getting the power value, we need to know about the what is the value of your electric field component and a magnetic field component. Okay. So now this is about the we can consider that electric field component and a magnetic field. So we need to obtain first what is the wave. So now this one is about your electromagnetic. In the electromagnetic wave, your wave is looks like what? It is propagating in a z direction. Okay, that is about the direction of propagation of wave. And we say that we need to write the coordinate system here. You can say that this is about supposed to be x, this is supposed to be y. So our field component is nothing but what? This is about the electric field component, and this is nothing but the magnetic field component. Okay, so we can say that these are nothing but what? That is about the E, and these are nothing but what? A magnetic field component. And wave is propagating in the Z direction. So now this one is the E component. Now here we say same. It is about the electric field component and a magnetic field component. And your wave is propagating. Okay, so wave is propagating in this particular case in a Z direction. This is about the direction of Z. So now our aim is about to find out the field component, that is vector H. Vector H means what? It has a component, this wave. It has a component what? We say that it is along with the Y. You can say that it is about the Y0, and whatever the term cos of omega t minus direction of propagation, that is beta Z. And here we say that about the AY vector. Similarly, we can find out E electric field vector, that is Ex0, because electric field component right now will along with the x direction, and a cos of omega t minus beta z. Okay, right now we consider that beta z is nothing but what? That is propagation constant, that is alpha plus j beta, and here we consider that a attenuation. Okay, it is 0, so that's why gamma is nothing but a j beta. Okay, so means wave is propagating. Okay, it has a electric field component and a magnetic field component. Magnetic field component along with a y, electric field component is along with the x direction. So power, okay, pointing vector, that P is nothing but what? P is equal to E cross H. Okay, this P is equal to what? E cross H. So we'll get that power. Okay, this power radiated in space. So we need to find out if for a given particular area that power. So we can integrate that. Okay, E cross H into whatever we say that is about the DSL. So we'll get that power that is perpendicular to this particular surface. That is about your pointing vector. Means we can say that from a given particular area, what is the power available for a wave? Okay, that we can calculate. So to obtain the wave equation, to find out the wave equation, we need to see that here wave equation first, and we should know that what is the criteria for wave propagation. Whether your wave is propagating in which medium. Okay, so that's why we need to know about that. What are the different medium constants for the wave equation. Now this is about a wave equation. We are going to start here. Now you can see the PPT here. In that PPT we say that the wave is propagating in a free space, and for a free space we say that epsilon is equal to what? Epsilon 0 epsilon r. But epsilon r is equal to 1 because it is a free space one, and mu is equal to what? Mu 0 mu r, but mu r is equal to 1, that is for the free space. Only the component available, that here epsilon becomes what? Only epsilon 0, mu becomes only mu 0. Okay, that is for the free space, and that is about the conductivity. But when we consider that a material is propagating in a free space, in that case, okay, free space, no charges, nothing is there, so that's why conductivity is zero. And similarly, we can say that volume charge becomes zero. So Maxwell's equation we can rewrite again is del dot D is equal to what? Okay, del cross C, del dot D is equal to rho V. Rho V becomes zero, so that's why del dot D is equal to zero here. Del dot B is zero, that is a Gauss equation. Okay, Maxwell's equation, if you say that, these are the two Gauss equations. In terms of what? Electric field and in terms of a magnetic field. Now these two terms are zero. Okay, now these two terms are zero means we say that the Maxwell's equation that del dot is equal to del dot B is equal to zero. These two equations zero. Only the term is what? A del cross E. Okay, del cross E or a del cross H. Okay, so these are only the two terms we have. So del cross H is equal to what? Okay, so that is nothing but what? A J and a dou D by dou T. Dou D by dou T means what? That is about the J omega here. And this is nothing but a D. And this is about the del cross E is equal to what? Dou B by dou T. B is equal to what? That B is magnetic flux density. So that's why we can write here J omega B. But since J is equal to what? Conductivity into E. Okay, that's sigma into E. But sigma is equal to 0 for free space. So this is nothing but what? A J omega D. And this is nothing but a J omega B. Okay, these are the equation del cross H and del dot. Again we rewrite the equation that del cross H is equal to what? We can write the del cross is equal to what? J omega epsilon 0 E in terms of electric field. We can write the del dot E. Okay, we can write del dot E is equal to what? J omega B, instead of that B is equal to mu 0 H. Okay, this is about the equation. So these are the Maxwell's equation that is used to find out the wave equation. To find out the wave equation, we consider that first, what are the quantities we have? Okay, for those particular quantities, we see that here. Okay, so for this given expression, we see that a del cross E and a del cross H. So we can say that a del cross E, okay, we have del cross E is equal to what? Minus j omega mu 0 H, and a del cross H is equal to what? Okay, j omega epsilon 0 E. These are the other two equations. Now these two equations we can consider that any one of the equations we have to consider to obtain the wave equation supposed to be in terms of what? Electric field. You take only a del cross E. If you wanted to obtain the equation in terms of magnetic field, then you take only a magnetic field expression. Now we consider that we take Maxwell's equation and we need to find out the wave equation in terms of electric field quantity. We take only the del cross E here. Okay, this one only we take, and this one equation. And if we are taking again, okay, again the curl, taking a curl on both the sides, so this equation becomes what? Del cross E is equal to minus j omega mu 0, and this one is nothing but what? Del cross H. Del is a vector one. We need to solve this vector. So del cross E. Okay, so we know that this particular factor we have. Okay, this one is nothing but this particular factor. And now here what? Del cross E means del cross E. There is again a condition for it. And for this particular condition, we need to solve. So that is nothing but what? A del square E and minus del of del dot E. Okay. Now this one is about our equation. If we solve this vector equations, we can have this del cross A here. We are saying that this is nothing but a term. Okay. So this is nothing but what? We can say that minus A is equal to 0. Okay. Del square E. We have a del square E, and this is about a term del dot E. So del dot E nothing but a del dot D. Del dot D is equal to 0. This term getting a 0 here. So only we have a minus del square E and this j omega mu 0 and this del cross H. Okay, this del cross H, earlier we say that this is a j omega epsilon 0 H. Okay, this one del cross H. So just write here minus j omega mu 0 into what? J omega epsilon 0 E. Okay, that is nothing but del cross H. So we keep as it is, this supposed to be a minus. Okay, so whatever the values of this particular minus, and we keep as it is here. So what happen here? For this given equation, this minus get cancelled. So only we have del square E. This minus get cancelled is equal to j omega. J into j, that is the j square, omega square, mu 0, epsilon 0 and E. Now this j square is equal to nothing but what? Minus 1. Okay, j square is equal to minus 1. Under root of j, okay, so this one we consider that the value, okay, 1 plus 1 j1, okay, so this one, so that's why j square is equal to minus 1. So this becomes what? Our equation becomes what? Del square is equal to what? Minus omega square mu 0 epsilon 0 E. Okay, this is about our wave equation in terms of what? A electric field vector. And this wave equation we are writing, okay, this wave equation when we are writing in terms of what? All these factors, this is only for a free space. This is the free space condition. Wave is propagating in a free space, so that's why this is nothing but a free space condition. If supposed to be wave is propagating in any other medium, so this okay, this del square is not equal to minus omega square. Okay, there will be a one more term. Okay, there will be a one more additional term will come if supposed to be it is not propagating a wave free space. Okay, it is in a dielectric medium or any other medium, but only for this free space this equation satisfied. Now if you wanted to solve again, further solve wave equation in terms of what? If you again solve the wave equation again in terms of a this one, our field we have, okay, so here del square E. If you wanted to solve that equation in terms of a magnetic field, in that case you consider that a del square H, okay, is equal to what? J omega epsilon 0 E, that you consider. Again you take a curl of this one, del cross of H is equal to what? J omega epsilon 0 del cross of E. Okay, so then del cross of H, that is about del dot of del H minus del square H is equal to, sorry, plus j omega epsilon 0, and this del cross of E is equal to what? Minus j omega mu 0 H. We can solve it. We are getting a del square H is equal to what? This one is a minus, this is a j square omega square mu 0 epsilon 0 H. So now this minus get plus here, but j square is equal to minus 1. So del square H is equal to minus omega square mu 0 epsilon 0 H. Okay, all these are the vectors. So now this is the wave equation in terms of what? A magnetic field. This is called as a Helmholtz wave equation in terms of what? Electric field and a magnetic field. Now we say that earlier, okay, Maxwell's equation, why we require Maxwell's equation? To understand that how our wave is to be interpreted. So that's why we need to learn about the wave equation in terms of, this is the wave equation in terms of electric field, wave equation in terms of a magnetic field we are getting. Now we need to consider that different components of electric field. Okay, so we can write a wave equation in terms of a electric field and a magnetic field. Now this one is a interpretation of a wave equation here. We can say that our term is about omega square mu 0 epsilon 0. We are getting in terms of electric field, or we again simplify it, means what? How to simplify? Just we can take a term del square H here vector plus omega square mu 0 epsilon 0 H is equal to 0. Now this complete term omega square mu 0 epsilon 0 is nothing but a k, or we can say that is about the propagation constant. Most of the book they say it is a k, or it is nothing but a propagation constant. You can say that this is nothing but a what? A factor of what? A k square. So omega square. You can say that it is nothing but what? Omega square mu 0 epsilon 0, or you can say that you can write k or gamma is equal to what? Omega under root what? Mu 0 epsilon 0. Now this one is about your propagation constant. Now if you see that this propagation constant, okay, this one is about nothing but a wave number or a propagation constant, and this propagation constant we need to use in the where we can say that we can write electric field component, it is nothing but a ex0. Okay, it is about the ex0, then a cos of omega t minus beta z, that is gamma z here, and we can consider that a ax unit vector. So now I have written that electric field component ex0, that is amplitude of field component we have, and this omega to t tell you about what will be the period of that particular wave, and this one is saying about the propagation value. Okay, what is the propagation constant or direction of propagation of wave? So this factor z, direction of propagation of wave, it's saying about the propagation constant. Omega, it is saying about the what will be the period of a particular wave is propagating in the particular field. So now this particular term is to be used to understand that a field component. Now here you say that del square h is equal to what? K square h. Okay, you can write del square h is equal to k square h. Now similarly, if you see that in the PPT here, we are writing del square E is equal to minus omega square mu 0 epsilon 0 E. Del square h is equal to minus omega square mu 0 epsilon 0 h. And we are simplifying in this way, and we are getting the term in terms of what? Del square E plus k square E, del square h plus k square h. Okay, these are the wave equation in terms of what? A propagation constant we are writing. Okay, so now we are writing here a simple factor that is about what? A del square E plus k square E, okay, is equal to 0, or del square h, okay, or del square h, sorry, plus k square h is equal to 0. Now these are the two equations we say. These are always vector one. Okay, electric field and magnetic field component, we can say that it is a vector one. Now a del is what? A vector operator. Del is vector operator means what? Dou by dou x, ax unit vector, dou by dou y, ay unit vector, and dou by dou z, az unit vector. Now if you write the del square is equal to what? Dou square x, dou square by dou x square, plus dou square by dou y square, plus dou square by dou z square. Now if we simplify the equation of this wave equation in terms of del operator, so we can write the equation in terms of del operator, we are getting the equation likewise. Okay, now you can see that in the PPT it is written in terms of what? Electric field factor. We can say that our field vector component. Okay, so here we can say that our wave is propagating in the electric field, or electric field here. So this is about del square E plus the k square E is equal to 0. Now here we say that it is about the field component of what? X direction. Electric field is in x direction. So that's why we can write dou square Ex dx square plus dou square Ey, sorry, Ex dy square plus dou square Ex, okay, dou z square. Okay, so now you can see that this is about the our equations we say, and this is nothing but plus what? Whatever the factor of propagation, that is about the Ex equal to 0. Now here, if you see that in a PPT, it is saying that the wave will have no variation along with the plane of a perpendicular to Z, that is xy plane. Okay, there is a wave is not varying with the xy plane because it is propagating in a Z direction. So that's why the variation of electric field component is along with the Z direction. So that's why this two term, okay, this two term becomes a 0. Okay, these are about the two term. This becomes 0. Only one term will be there. This is about a term because electric field vector, this Ex, is varying with the Z direction. Why it is varying with the Z direction? Earlier we say that wave is propagating. Okay, earlier we say that wave is propagating. It has X component. Magnetic field is Hy component. So that's why we say that this one d square Ax. Okay, so this one d square Ex plus d square Y. This becomes a 0 because Ex and Ex. Okay, this electric field Ex is not varying with X or not varying with Y. Okay, field component is along with the X direction, but it is varying. Okay, this field component is varying with the Z direction there. Okay, field component is along with X, but it is varying along with the Z direction. So that's why electric field variation along with the z direction. Only this term will be there. So our equation becomes dou square Ex by dou z square plus square Ex equal to 0. Now this is about our, whenever we are writing the wave equation, in the wave equation we need to say that how your wave is propagating. So this way, it is this again equation saying, it is again relation with the wave equation. We are written this equation, okay, in the differential form here, and we can relate here. That is propagation constant, the field component we have, okay, and this dou by dou z, that is a variation in the z direction. That is about the same. Significance means what? How your wave is propagating, what is its attenuation, what is its propagation constant, okay, what are the period of time along with the z, okay, that is saying by this particular term. Next, we can consider that this one, we say that wave we can relate in terms of a field component. Okay, similarly here I have just earlier mentioned the same thing. Okay, so this in the wave equation, what is the difference and all. Now this one, we say that wave is propagating in this particular direction. Now if supposed to be I am writing the same in terms of magnetic field, in that case this becomes what? Hy dou square z, okay, dou z square plus k square hy is equal to 0. And in that particular case, what happened here? X, whatever the variation of x there, this becomes 0. Okay, variation of what? Ey. What happened here? Earlier case, you can say that dou square hy along with the x plus dou square hy along with the dy square becomes 0. So this equation, these are the two equations there. You can say that, but this becomes a 0. Okay, so there is no use. Okay, only it is saying that it is z direction, field component is y, propagation constant. You can write here vectorial quantity, no nothing but, okay, no problem we have. Okay, so whenever we are writing the equation, no need to mention here the vector and all. Just simply, okay, consider that the field component is along with the y direction. Now these are the wave equations. We say that wave is propagating, and this one is saying a wave in the time domain. It is about the E of zt, electric field vector, variation with the z, and it has the component of what? X, okay, electric field vector in terms of x there. So that's why they have written in a time domain electric field vector. Here in a PPT, you just see that it's always consider that a real component, cos of some particular term, cos of omega t minus z. Okay, yes, here. Now this one is about a real constant, and you can say that it is minus e raised to minus gamma z and e raised to plus gamma z. Okay, e raised to minus gamma z means what? It is a forward wave, and e raised to plus gamma z means what? It is a backward wave. You just remember always why we are saying it is a forward wave and a backward wave. Okay, always you remember. But when we write e raised to minus gamma z, in that case, this term will be what? Cos of omega t minus beta z if it is a forward wave. For a backward wave, it will be a cos of omega t plus beta z. When it is a plus beta z, it is what? A backward wave. When it is a minus the beta z, it is called as a forward wave. You just remember that. Okay, the backward wave and a forward wave concept. Now using that, it is always saying that electric field vector component, it has a forward component and backward component. Why we require a forward component and backward component? Because when if supposed to be wave is propagating, at the same time supposed to be some material is there, and some of the component reflected back and some of the component refracted, reflection and refraction. In that case there are the two components. One is what? Okay, one is your positive component and another is the negative component. So in that particular case, just you should know that what are the field component you people have. So forward component and backward component. But in the case of a wave is propagating in a free space, all the expressions we generally taken, it is a wave is propagating in a forward direction, not in a backward direction. You always consider that wave is propagating in a forward direction, not in the case of a backward direction. So backward direction, whenever you have a term for what a reflections and all, in that case you can consider that wave is propagating in a backward direction, and this will tell you what is the wave propagation component and all. Okay, you just remember always. Okay, so sometimes it is difficult to understand that what are the field components and all, but you can always understand that wave is propagating in which direction. And for a given wave, our aim is about to find out a field component, that is about the electric field component and a magnetic field component. Based on this electric field component and magnetic field component, we can find out, okay, what are the power pointing vector. Okay, what is the P? Okay, so P, you can say that here X, here it is Y, P, you can say that it is nothing but P is equal to what? The component of electric field, okay, component of a magnetic field here, and we can use those component there, and we can define. Now while defining, we need, okay, most of the time what happen here, so we need a lot of discussion related to what is the field vector component. Okay, this is about, you can say that it's about a pointing vector, and it's saying that it's about the field component in a given area or a given particular direction there. So in a time domain, what we are writing, that electric field vector here in a PPT, if you see that, just mention that here, it is saying that Z means electric field vector is there, and it is varying with a Z direction with the time, with respect to time. Means your wave is propagating in a Z direction. It is not saying that this is not saying that your field vector, electric field vector is not with a, that field component is not along with the Z direction, but it is varying with the Z1. So Ez of t. Okay, so we can say that we have factor of what Ez of t, and generally we use a real term, and we can say that Exs. Okay, this plus sign. We always consider that wave is propagating in a positive direction or a forward direction. That's why plus sign people have rewrite, and Ex. Ex means what? It is representing the field component in x direction, and S, it is a representation of a what? Harmonic field. So means it has a field component of omega here. You can try right, because we are writing S here, and then we are writing e raised to what? J omega t, and this field component we are writing whenever we are writing in terms of a time domain and all. So simply if we simplify that real component only, we consider that, and we just express that Exs, we can consider that E is 0 here, and we can say that it is about a cos of omega t minus beta z. Omega t for what? Time domain, and beta z or kz, that is nothing but whatever the propagation constant of your wave. This one is about your relations of a wave and all. For a given wave, we can find out what is the phase velocity. Your wave is propagating in a free space. What is the phase velocity? For that purpose, we should consider that a constant, that is about the omega t minus beta z. This one is a constant you consider, omega t minus beta z, and you take a derivative. Okay, so we can get the derivative of what? It is a, yeah. Okay, this one and dt. We can find out d of what? Okay, small derivations of this one. Okay, traveling wave is there. Okay, no variation with respect to variation in the frequency there, it is fixed, so that's why it omega fixed. But there is a variation in a time, that's why del t, and is equal to what? Propagation constant there, but variation is along with the z, means z and t. These are the, okay, component depending on the each other. So you can say that we take a limit for this, and you can say that limit of what? We consider that a del t becomes 0. Can have a dz by dot t there. Okay, so this is nothing but dot t. We will get that dot z by dot t is is equal to what? FH constant. We can write a Vp here, or we can relate that Vp is equal to what? Omega by K. Okay, and K we know that earlier we obtained that K is equal to what? Omega under root what? Mu 0 epsilon 0, and we'll get that equation is nothing but what? Under root of mu 0 epsilon 0, and that is nothing but is equal to C, or we can say that Vp is equal to C is equal to what? 3 into 10 power 8. Why it comes in 3 into 10 power 8? Because wave is propagating in a free space. But if supposed to be wave is not propagating in a free space, so Vp is not equal to C, phase velocity of wave. Wave propagating in a, because it is here in this case wave is propagating in a free space, so that's why it is in a 3 into 10 power 8. If supposed to be wave is propagating in a different medium, then Vp is not equal to C. Okay, Vp is not, you can say that it is not equal to C. Vp is not equal to C in the condition of what? It is a different medium. But here Vp is equal to C because it is condition that it is propagating in a free space there. Similarly, we can find out what is the period of wave periodicity there, lambda and all. We can write the equations of the lambda. Okay, it's about the simple terms we can write. We can go ahead there. Now, next about we can consider that wave equation in terms of a differential form and all. Already you people know that everything. This one you people have seen earlier, so no need to discuss about these equations and all. Already you people know everything there. Okay, this you people have learned in the earlier case where you people have learned earlier in a electromagnetic there. Just we are revising this particular component. Why we are revising? We should know that how this electric field and magnetic field components are there, and that we are relating same, okay, that field component, how it is propagating in a waveguide. Our aim is only the electric field vector component and magnetic field vector component, and all other terms we just revising here. Okay, so these are about the electric field vector, magnetic field vector component. Okay, so we are writing, and in the base same way we can find out what is the field here. We are getting the field, and that's why we are getting that for a given particular field we are getting that impedance of a given particular medium, and this impedance of medium, that is eta is equal to what? Mu by epsilon, or we can simply write mu 0 by epsilon 0, and if you solve it, it becomes a 377 ohm, or we can say that 120 pi. Now these are the equations in terms of a time domain we are writing for the electric field or for the magnetic field here. Okay, so there no use. Now the same again we are saying that wave is a forward wave and a backward wave. Just you remember that the convenience of this particular 15 and all, backward wave, forward wave. We are writing the wave equation there in terms of what? Electric field. Okay, and we can find out what is the time period, what is the phase shift and all the factors for the given wave. Already you people know that this particular component. Now come to the topic. This one is important. These are the medium constant. Medium constant means what? Your conductivity, epsilon and mu 0. These are the medium constant. Your wave is propagating in a free space. In that case, medium constant already we have written. Okay, these are the medium constant we have written there when it is propagating in a free space. Okay, where is here? Now we say that epsilon is equal to epsilon 0 epsilon r. Epsilon r is equal to 1, so that's why it is epsilon 0. Mu is equal to mu 0 mu r. Mu r is equal to 1, so mu is equal to mu 0, and the conductivity becomes 0. And these are the factors for what? A free space. Your wave is propagating in a free space, so these are the factors here we can consider. Okay, so now same here we are writing the PPT here. I think small mismatch there, the equation there. Okay, no problem. Add here. Okay, so now free space, sigma is equal to 0, that conductivity is 0, epsilon is equal to epsilon 0, mu is equal to mu 0. Lossless medium, sigma is equal to 0, epsilon is equal to epsilon or epsilon 0, and mu is equal to mu r mu 0. And a conductivity is what sigma is very less than a omega epsilon. For a lossy dielectric, again it has a mu 0, mu or mu 0, epsilon or epsilon 0. Conductivity is not 0. Okay, lossy dielectric means what? There is some conduction. Lossless dielectric means what? No conduction. Okay, good conductor, infinity conductivity. Lossless conductor, conductivity 0. Lossy dielectric, there is a conductivity, but it is not equal to 0. It is near about 0, but it is not equal to 0. So now these are the medium constant you should remember, okay, because we can understand that what are the terms and the components for this. Okay, we can consider. So we need to see that what is the field component we have and what are the components we are utilizing here for the defining a terms. Now these are the wave equations we wave. Okay, these are the different medium, and our aim is here to learn in a waveguide that is about the lossless dielectric. It is not a lossy one. It is a lossless dielectric. Because dielectric medium is there, but which medium? Again, most of the time people are saying it is air. So then it is considered as a free space. But it is a conducting surface and all. That's why people are saying that it is a lossless dielectric medium or a lossy dielectric medium. Okay, people are used the word, but it is actually it is a air medium. But due to the conducting walls in a waveguide, there is a small variation. What a losses occurs on the because of that conducting wall or because of that lossy dielectric material. Okay, here simply the lossy dielectric material. These are the wave equations we consider, and then for the given wave equations we are just solving. Okay, that is about the equation of what electric field and magnetic field terms there. This is lossy dielectric medium. These are the Maxwell equation. Okay, that is integral form. Okay, this one is about differential form or a point form. We say integral form here. Okay, lossy dielectric medium. And now wave equation for the lossy dielectric medium. Now this one, you see that this factor is 0. Okay, now this del square A is equal to what? Minus j omega mu sigma plus j omega epsilon. Now this term we are getting because this medium is a what? A lossy dielectric medium. For a lossy dielectric medium, we are getting a del square E. Okay, so del square is equal to what? J omega mu sigma plus j omega epsilon E. Okay, so now this is about a wave equation. Wave equation, and we are just writing that del square is equal to j omega mu bracket sigma plus j omega epsilon. Now here, if you see that this particular factor is called as what? A gamma square. And generally we say that gamma is equal to what? Alpha plus j beta. And gamma square we are getting here a j omega mu under root of sigma j omega epsilon. And if you solve it, it is becomes what? Under root of what? A j omega mu into sigma plus j omega epsilon. Now our aim is about to solve these equations so that we are getting that alpha plus j beta term. In that case, for a free space, if you see that, what we can say that from this given equation, if it is a free space, attenuation 0. But if it is a lossy dielectric, okay, attenuation is not 0. Some factor is there alpha. Similarly, some back factor for the beta is there. And if you solve these equations clearly, you will get that term alpha and beta. Okay, so for the given medium. Similarly, for the Maxwell's equation, if you see that, you can go ahead for the different terms. Okay, so this is not our scope here now, this PPT. But our aim is about to say that what is the field component there. Now for a lossy dielectric, if you see that in a PPT, alpha is equal to what? Omega mu sigma by 2 beta, or beta is equal to what? Omega mu sigma by 2 alpha. But after solving this, we are getting alpha is equal to what? Under root of what? 1 by 2 omega square mu epsilon in bracket 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon bracket square and bracket close omega square minus omega square mu epsilon. alpha. Okay, we can write in terms of what? Similarly, we are getting the beta. Beta is again the same, only the plus sign. Okay, plus and minus. Or we are writing in terms of a cosec or a sec theta here. This is the particular term of a alpha and beta. This is about the velocity dielectric material. Okay, we can write the equations for the velocity dielectric medium. Okay, nothing more. You just go through the PPT one by one. Okay, so and we just relating the particular term now for this given particular constant and all. Next is about the conduction factors and all, rate of conductions and all that we require, and in the in particular uh, waveguides and all, what is the conduction current density and displacement current density we require. At that time, we again learn this particular factor here. Okay, we'll see in detail about at that particular time what is the loss tangent and all. Just remember that why this particular term comes, CCS and JDS, because the Maxwell's equation say that what we have a del cross H. Okay, this vector quantity is nothing but what J plus rho d bar by rho t. Okay, now this is nothing but what J is equal to rho d bar by rho t, or you can say that J is equal to what sigma E plus in terms of we are writing rho by rho t is equal to j omega. D is the writing we can write in terms of epsilon, and now this is nothing but what a del square H. Now this del square H, if you see that this is one factor, this is another factor, and this factor, first factor, it is still saying in terms of a conducting. So that's why it is about a conductivity. So that's why it's called as a conduction current. So this particular term. So that's why it is called as a conduction current density. And this is what it is a variation with respect to time. That's why we can say that it is nothing but a displacement current density. Okay, this is about a conduction current density and a displacement current density, and ratio of that conductor current density and displacement current density is nothing but what a loss tangent, that is called as a tan theta. Loss tangent is nothing but a tan theta is equal to what a conduction current density divided by displacement current density is nothing but what a sigma E divided by j omega epsilon E. Or we can just solve this equation here. Okay, we just write here this way so that we are getting the equation in terms of what sigma omega epsilon here. E get cancelled. So about the approximately here omega j is cancelled there, and we can consider that a tan theta, and this is nothing but a loss tangent, and that theta is called as a loss angle. Now this loss angle is used, okay, so to find out what is the loss in a given particular region or particular area. Okay, so this one is about in terms of what loss tangent, in terms of a different mediums you can write, in terms of a propagation constants and all. Okay, this particular field. Now this particular PPT is about what a plane waves in a lossless dielectric. You just go through this particular PPT. Okay, we are revising this. We have equations of what velocity of propagation, wavelength, intrinsic impedance there. Okay, plane waves in a free space. We have started earlier with a free space, and we say that equation alpha is equal to 0 because wave is propagating in a free space. It is attention 0. Beta is equal to what omega mu 0 mu here. Velocity of wave is what you can say that it is about a okay. It is about b is equal to omega mu 0. Mu is equal to what omega by beta. Wavelength alpha is equal to twice beta here, and then this one is about a intrinsic impedance, that is about the 120 pi or a 377 ohm. Okay, you always remember these particular free space components: alpha, beta, velocity, that is 3 into 10 power 8, wavelength twice pi by beta, and eta 120 pi or a 377 ohm. Next, we can write the field equation, that is for a plane waves in a free space electric field E0 cos of omega t. Similarly, H is equal to what H0 cos of omega t AY. That H0 we can relate in terms of what magnetic electric field term there. Okay, nothing. Okay, so this equation is simple and straightforward because it is saying this equation. If you see that we are saying what eta is equal to what E by H, and E we are writing that EX0 into cos of omega t minus beta z, that is Ax unit vector. H is equal to what? H is 0 cos of omega t minus beta z, that is Ay unit vector. Now H0, we can say that we can rewrite using this. H is equal to what? H0 is equal to what? E0 by eta. Simply we can write H is equal to what? E0 by eta. Okay, rest of the term is nothing but a cos of omega t minus beta z, and this is about the Ay unit vector. Now this term, okay, and this Ex0 term, both are same. Only the factor is what? A vectorial quantity, this one is Ay, and this intrinsic impedance. Okay, otherwise everything is the same. So just remember this one, and we can go ahead here. Okay, just remember this particular equation and you can continue. Now this one is about a plane wave in a good conductor. Alpha beta is equal to same. Okay, conductivity is very high for a good conductor, so that's why alpha and beta is same here. Similarly, we are writing the equations for the alpha and beta for the conductors and all. Now plane waves in a good conductor. This one is the same here. Now wave is propagating in a transmission line, that is waveguide. Here in the case of a waveguide here, wave is propagating through the transmission line, that is about a waveguide. How is your waveguide? Waveguide is a rectangular tube, rectangular structure. Okay, this is about our rectangular waveguide. Okay, this is about rectangle, and it has the inside walls is a conducting one. This is the inside walls of this. Okay, this one. Say that I am just dark here. Okay, so this is about nothing but what? It is a inside walls of this waveguide are a conducting one. Now this one is a conducting one. This particular waveguide, that walls of this waveguides are conducting one. Now wave is propagating generally. Okay, I am just consider that. Okay, here I am just writing the wave here. It is just like a propagating the wave. I think you people have learned somewhere earlier the optical one. There were ray. Now here it is not ray. It is a wave. Wave is propagating. Okay, this is nothing but the direction. It is when it reaches to the walls, conducting walls of the waveguide, it is reflected back. Again it reaches here the conducting walls, it is reflected back. Means wave is propagating through the waveguide through the total reflection. So when we say that it is propagating using the total reflection, in that case wave is reflecting from these conducting walls. But what happens if the conducting material is not pure? So there may be some loss. Wave can penetrate through this conducting wall. So what is the depth of penetration of wave? Supposed to be this about your ground conducting surface. Okay, this is nothing but what a conducting wall. Now I have a field, that is about the field component, electric field. How long it is penetrating through this particular wall, and that is what we can say that the reflected one. This one is the incident one.